I'm using the salmon a capistrano in this recipe. First things first. We're starting off with the main ingredient in this recipe, the salmon. Grab about 400 grams of salmon, and to make it easier, I'm cutting it into small chunks. This way it's easier to cook in the pan, and we are doing it this way so that we get all the salmon flavor and not leaving it, say, on a sheet pan with parchment paper if we cooked it in the oven. This way all the flavor and the little bits stay in the pan and the sauce. Place the salmon in a bowl and drizzle enough extra virgin olive oil to coat all the pieces and season with salt and freshly cracked pepper. Give everything a mix and set aside while we prep some other ingredients. Finally chop up half of a small sweet onion and then slice or finely chop up a couple cloves of garlic and then a small bunch of parsley. Now it's time to cook. In a pan large enough to hold the sauce and pasta, add a small drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and a couple knobs of butter. On medium to high heat, add the salmon and cook. Don't worry if the salmon isn't fully cooked. It will cook once we add it to the sauce. You just want to get some color and flavor the oil and butter. Remove the salmon to a plate and set aside. Then add the onion and garlic to the pan with the oil and butter. And season with a bit more salt and chili flakes if you want some heat. You'll see the salmon developed some fond on the bottom of the pan, and that's all flavor that will get released with a nice big splash of white wine. This will deglaze the pan and release all that extra flavor. If you don't want to use white wine, a splash of water should do the trick. And once the wine has reduced, add 250 ml of heavy cream and continue to reduce on low to medium heat, stirring often. Now, if you know me, you're asking, where is the cheese? And it's right here, smoked scamorzza, or you can use smoked mozzarella, low moisture cheese. This is my secret ingredient in this recipe. It's going to add a nice rich and deep flavor to the sauce. So make sure to do your best to grab some smoked scamorzza or mozzarella. You'll have an easier time finding smoked mozzarella though in most grocery stores. We're gonna coarsely grate about 80 grams worth, and the trick here is to slowly add a handful at a time to the sauce so that it doesn't clump up on you. You can use a whisk as well to help mix it in. And if you do end up with a huge clump of cheese, you can try to add everything to a blender and blend it up, and that could help. Once the cheese is all in and the sauce is continuing to reduce, you can add the salmon back in and you can break up half or all of the salmon. Give a taste and adjust any seasonings. And if it's good, then it's time to cook the pasta. Add your pasta to a large pot of salted boiling water and cook a couple minutes before al dente, as we will finish cooking it in the sauce. Now this ingredient is optional. 100 grams of frozen peas. And the only reason I'm adding it this time around is just to get our daughter to eat some extra veggies, but they do add a nice sweetness to the sauce. This sauce is great either way though, with or without the peas. But if you did corner me and ask me, I would say no peas. Shh. Once the pasta is ready, add a ladle of pasta water along with the pasta to the pan. And now it's time for la mantecatura, mixing and tossing, marrying the pasta to the sauce, adding more pasta water if needed. Finish with a small handful of parsley, mix and toss, and you're done. Plate it all up and bring it to the table. So even though this is a heavy cream-based pasta dish, it's still very light. You get the flaky salmon, that little smokiness from the smoked scamorzza really comes through. And if you go with the peas, just little pops of sweetness. You don't have to go with the peas, like I said in the video. I only added them because more vegetables for our daughter to sneak in, and everything else is just perfect. I hope you give this recipe a go. And as always, the full recipe is in the link in the description below. Please like and comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, ciao.